Welcome back everybody to Hector's hard mode. This game is fucking hard. I know that sort of goes without saying, as Hector's hard mode, at least as far as I'm aware, is considered to be very hard. It has a reputation for a reason. Here we have a desert mission, which I don't remember having Fog of War before. Maybe that's just Elwood Hard, Hector Hard. I didn't play Elwood Hard. Of course, it's been many years, anyway, since I played Elwood Hard mode, but don't remember the Fog of War, but a couple fun factoids about this little mission, as this is not the first time I'm basically restarting this mission for like the 14th time. Well, not really the 14th time. This is about my 5th try on this. But basically, there are two warriors, though I'm sure they probably should have been, if this was Fire Emblem 6, they would have been berserkers. But I think they probably weighed putting a berserker in this level and decided maybe not the best thing for us to do. Maybe we skip that this time. Also, I had to restart a number of times because Penn kept dying. You get a game over immediately if he dies. So not all of those restarts were my fault. But I had to rearrange my guys a couple times to make sure that Penn had the right RNG, if you will, to survive. Because if he survives his first turn, he's usually pretty good because he's got elixirs, which will bring him back to full life. Now, it does stink that he's basically eating up all this experience, but there's no way I can get to where he's at right now on this first turn, nor could I probably pull anybody short of having a classed up Pegasus Knight would be the only way to pull more experience away from him. And again, well, we'll get to that, but a classed up Pegasus Knight won't do you much good in terms of getting the bonus level. The bonus level requires you to have 750 experience, I believe, to get to the bonus stage. So I have to gather 750 experience, which is going to be hard, because most of my guys are at or around 20, or they're close to 20 is what I should say, so they are not going to be gathering experience at the same rate as, say, Heath here is. Heath will be gaining experience much quicker, but I don't think I don't think I have 7 levels worth, or 6 let's say 5 levels worth of leveling up for Heath here. I'm gonna have to kind of monitor that. I may have to go back and redo this level. I don't know. We will see. On the other end of the thing, we do need to survive. Pet needs to survive, obviously. And that guy right there is the most dangerous enemy on this whole board. I know flyers are dangerous, particularly if they gang up on you and do a lot of damage. That guy right there with the killer axe, most dangerous character on this board. However, they did give me, as a helping hand, they did give me Hawkeye, who is a berserker, so he gets a crit bonus, and on top of being a crit bonus, he also is holding on to a killer axe as well. So we're going to attempt to use killer axe versus killer axe, and first one to proc a crit win. That'll be fun, right? Sorry about that. Kicked my table there. So, as weak as my dancer is, she can evade. Very unlikely she'll get doubled by anything. She also has really good evasion. She should be able to evade most of this right now. Not that I'm going to put her on the front line, let her try to take 15 or 20 attacks, you know, to lure guys in, but, you know, that is what it is. So now we've got Oswin leveled up to 20. We are going to class him up into a general, as we did in a previous episode, get an additional Knight's Crest by pushing down into that, you know, defend the throne mission and killing off the boss, which gave me like I said, another Knight's Crest. I'm sure there are other Knight Crests as we continue forward, but certainly I'm going to try to steal what I can when I see it. If I miss a guy or I've already missed guys that have, you know, class up materials, then so be it. It is, as I'm going to say a million times, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to roll with the punches because not everything is gonna be gettable in this game. And I already talked about that in an earlier episode regarding the thief stealing the silver sword out of a treasure box. Can you get there? Yes. Do you have to have a specific build of horse units and get lucky? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Is it did I do it? No. And unrelated, not related news, not related at all to Fire Emblem. Well, let's talk about Fire Emblem for a second. Indian did not die there, she evaded, perfect. I need to remove the killer axe guy here from the board. He needs to go away. Go poof. Heath, you're okay right now. The archer can't move that fast through the desert, so you're still safe. You might not be safe on the next turn. Pent, you're obviously very safe. You know, basically you've got yourself backed into a corner, so they're less likely to run into flyers. Lynn's doing a good job evading, what I kind of hoped that she would do. And now we have to ultimately make plans to get rid of the warrior here. You kind of came out of nowhere, though I know you probably were on the plains there, on the edge of the desert, if you will. Good use of the castle, which gives you bonus defense, evasion, and heals you if you take damage. Okay, good job. What else? Yeah, Heath, I need to get you as much experience as possible, Heath. Like I said, one in Rome, right? I still believe I'm in range of that archer, though, so hopefully that does not kill my wyvern radar. My radar. What else? Recently, I have much booze. I have much booze in my house now because I've been collecting bourbon. So I've actually decided, at least in the short term, if I'm going to continue every week to buy a bourbon, I'm going to start buying the bottom shelf bourbons, if you will. Something that costs like 20 bucks or 25 bucks or less. And, yeah, I'm going to give those a try. Bought a bottle of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond 100 proof. Seems okay. Not great. Not terrible. I bought a while back. They had a quote-unquote sale. It was $5 off of Jefferson bourbon. Just Regular Jefferson bourbon, not the ocean one, not any of the other specialty single barrel BS blah 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 bullshit. Not a fan. Don't know what's in it. Not a fan. He's dead, so that'll get rid of the bonus they get for being classed up to A. However, I'm not really sure how close you have to be to a character for that to actually work, or if it just goes based on the entirety of the map. Here's an interesting little factoid. Not sure if I mentioned this yet or not. I just recently learned this. In Fire Emblem 4, they included a mechanic called the jealousy mechanic, which I never heard of, never knew existed, but basically because you don't have to literally leave your guys next to each other for them to gain. They just have to be in proximity of each other, a couple spaces or so. So, in order for them to gain compatibility or whatever they call that, there's a word I'm forgetting right now. Anywho, they have to be within so many spaces of a male or female character. Okay, now here's where the kicker comes in. They added the jealousy mechanic, which meant that certain female characters will steal affection from other male characters in order so that they're more likely to end up getting to the point where they would be S-ranked together. So in Fire Emblem 4, there's a thing, at least in terms of the way the internet refers to it, as destined pairs. They're people, they're male and female counterparts that have the highest companionship, i.e., every time they're near each other, they get like 5 or 10, points towards, let's say 100. I don't really know what the number is actually, but they get 5 or 10 points towards that goal of, basically they're married and they'll have kids. And so, in all likelihood, you're most likely to end up with the quote-unquote destined pair. So, because of that, because the maps are so wide open and they can't necessarily force you to put the guys right next to each other, they included the jealousy system, which allowed you to have other characters steal the affection of other characters so that they level up faster than your destined pair does. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call I got just now, so I had to put that kind of on pause and let the recording run. I'll go back and edit that out later on, but that's why there's a jump here. Can't remember what I was talking about now. Like 5 or 6 minutes ago in my lifetime. Wow, nearly almost died there. Good thing she is just tough enough not to die in one hit. Suck it. You can't hit Hawkeye. Also, free level up for Hawkeye. It was kind of a shitty level up though. Sorry. Is what it is. Was mentioning to my brothers, Greg and Steve, who both played through Hector's hard mode, about this game being like surprisingly difficult. I know why it's surprisingly difficult. Because the game programmers figured out exactly the correct formula for, hey, I'm just going to run with these 5 or 10 guys, okay? And if you run with these 5 or 10 guys, we're going to make sure that as you level up, you're going to begin to get less and less and less experience. So it slows your growth. You know what I mean? As you can see, I just, in the last level or two, I just got Urk, I just got Oswin up to level, like class up level 20, and then class them up into their next class. You know, obviously, Hector's there already, he's at 20, Elowood's there, if I actually haven't been paying attention, but I think Elowood's at 20 or near 20 now, and I think Lynn is a couple levels off of 20. But the plan is to use next level, the gate in chapter, to hopefully level up or catch up some guys that I have sitting in the background. Right now, that would be primarily Heath, but maybe to a lesser degree Sane and Lynn and a couple other people. I'm not really sure where I'm going with that team because you're limited to the number of people you can use. I think you get like 8 or 9 characters you can use, and immediately 2 of them are taken up by your Lord and Hawkeye. So, not great, but if I can, I know it's full of classed up guys, so I'm hoping to use that to my fullest advantage to really catch Heath up, particularly if they're giving in the ballpark of, say, like 90 or 80 experience per kill. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try to get... I'm not really concerned about Lynn, because I will be getting a crest at some point, which I'm going to use first on Elowood and then secondarily on Lynn. So I'm not really concerned about Lynn getting to 20, by the end of a certain chapter. I am, however, concerned with getting, Heath up to speed. He needs to get up to speed. He's not bad. He's just not great either right now, and I need to get him to Reverend Lord territory. I also have to figure out what the hell I'm doing with Sane. He is driving absolutely up a wall in terms of his usability in this game. That, again, I think if I had saved, I chose to use Oswin, or not Oswin, Lowen. I chose to use Lowen because I never used him before. It's like the actual ideal character for Hector's hard mode because he gets defense. He might not get the other better stats, but he gets defense, which is great. And while I kind of lament the fact that Zane hasn't been getting the defense that I want him to have, I could substitute him in with Marcus, who I've not used up to this point. Well, I have used him, as you've seen, but he's sort of there as, like the guy who helps you get through the levels, because they're fucking impossible in some cases. Or, hey, we're gonna make this night mission very difficult, but we're also kind of giving you him if you want to run up and go and collect that village so it doesn't get taken out and you get all that extra money or extra weapon. Excuse me. Um, so from here, we're just gonna be gathering up the items that are in the sand. Obviously, your thief has a 100% chance of doing that. So the plan is to just basically put Heath in a position where he can pick up the thief and just move him to his next area. So that's the plan here, is we're going to have him do this. He picks up the Eclipse, I pick him up, and I drop his ass off in a turn or so in another area that he'll be able to collect 2 more treasures. So the only thing is I got to keep, obviously, these guys out of range of him. I'm pretty sure I'm out of range already, which I am. So not much trouble there. Ooh. And then I'll just move over here and drop off my thief. Well, I can't drop him off on this turn, obviously, because I just picked him up, but I'll drop him off on the next turn, and then the following turns will be him, picking up the last of the treasures. We'll pull Legault back over. Also, if I can manage to get Heath to randomly pull the thing here, that'd be super. But again, we're going to use Heath primarily for transporting. And we're going to bring Legault back over because I want to steal the white gem the other boss has. Free money again. And yeah, we'll finish him off. It shouldn't be too hard between the characters I have on the field, as well as hopefully try to get Heath some more. Maybe get the kill with Heath. That'd be super, because you get 100 more experience from that. But I will try to move my guys down a little bit here. I think I'm still out of range where I'm at right now. If he happens to get pulled, too bad. I'll just figure it out from here. But yeah, we'll just kind of wait and see. I know this is a waste of a lot of turns, particularly if you're going for like, whatever, 5-6 stars every turn. But I'm not really super concerned with my tactics ranking. I'm more interested in making sure that A, I get through Hector's hard mode, and B, I'm not really lacking in terms of experience or lacking in terms of fun. Yeah, so I need someone with high defense to pull him in. Not that it really matters, because he's going to be using a hand weapon to pull them in, but these guys should be able to either evade or tank the damage, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry to say. Safe. Barrier. Sure, whatever. Just money, right? Should be able to finish him off on this turn, but let's see how this goes. I still need my thief to come in and deal. Off to a good start there, buddy. 63% chance you did it. Can't steal right now. Gonna have to trade. That's okay. Perfect. The goal, you can now go down and steal and white gem. Mine. And from here we should be able, like I said, that'll do, pig. 16's good. Right now we just have Heath, 14, 12, 15. Not great. Alright, figure it out. We may live to fight another day here. That'll do. Yeah, he can't really do any major damage to any one of those three characters. One's got defense, the other one's a sword user / evasion expert, and the last one, of course, is my berserker. $16 there, 11 there. That'll do. Alright, we'll give Heath an opportunity to finish him off. If he doesn't, we'll just pull in one of our other characters, probably the knight. Feels so good, they're too strong, Paul. Anywho, I'm gonna cut the episode here. I may have to redo this level if I don't have enough experience to get the next gated mission, but I'll figure that out in the meantime. Until then, I hope you guys will have a good one.